The cold wind bit through Emily's worn-out hoodie as she clutched a bag of groceries, just a few essentials she had managed to afford with her last $20. The city lights blurred through her tired eyes as she rushed across the street, desperate to get home before dark. Then, it happened. A sleek black car screeched to a halt, but not before she collided with its hood, dropping her groceries all over the pavement. Apples rolled into the gutter, a carton of milk split open, and her heart pounded in panic. The door swung open, and out stepped a tall man in an expensive suit. His piercing blue eyes scanned the scene, his brow furrowed. Emily braced herself for his anger. "You okay?" His voice was surprisingly gentle. She nodded, too embarrassed to speak. She bent down to collect the ruined groceries, her hands shaking. The man knelt beside her. "I'm so sorry. Let me make it right." "No, I shouldn't have run into the street like that," she stammered. "It's my fault." But he wasn't listening. He pulled out his wallet and handed her a crisp $100 bill. She froze. I can't take this." "Please," he insisted. "At least let me replace your groceries." Tears welled up in her eyes. She had spent months trying to stretch every last dollar, skipping meals to make sure her little brother ate. $100 was more than just food, it was hope. Reluctantly, she took it. "Thank you." He smiled. "What's your name?" "Emily." "I'm Jonathan," he said. "Let me drive you home." "It's the least I can do." She hesitated but nodded. Inside the car, the warmth felt like a different world from the one she lived in. She could still smell the leather, the faint hint of cologne, and for a moment, she felt safe. As they drove, he asked, "What do you do, Emily?" "I was in college," she admitted, "but I had to drop out. My mom passed away, and my little brother needs me." Jonathan was silent for a moment. "What were you studying?" "Business. I wanted to start something of my own one day." He nodded thoughtfully. When they reached her apartment, she hesitated before getting out. "Thank you, again. For everything." "Wait," he said, pulling out a business card. "Come to this address tomorrow. No pressure, just, trust me." She looked at the card, Westwood Enterprises. Her heart skipped a beat. That was his company. The next day, despite her nerves, she went. Jonathan greeted her warmly and led her into an office with floor-to-ceiling windows. "I've been looking for someone with drive," he said. "And I think you have it." He slid a folder across the desk. "This is a scholarship. It covers tuition, living expenses, everything. If you're willing to go back to school, I'll make sure you never have to drop out again." Emily's breath caught in her throat. "Why would you do this for me?" His eyes softened. "Because once upon a time, someone did it for me." Tears streamed down her face. For the first time in a long time, she believed in miracles. And just like that, a millionaire didn't just change her life. He gave her a future. The smallest act of kindness can change a person's world.